Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs. So in this video, we're going to talk about, it's a review for Game 4. We're going to talk about, we're going to go over the stats for the game. We're obviously going to address the officiating of the game, if that's what you want to call it. And then we're also going to do a quick preview for Game 5. And there will be, and I actually am not prepared for this, but we got to do it, the Guess the Score contest. So we're going to get to that, and I have some guests with me today. Here we go. We got Steven, we got Delaney, and we got Peter. And look up in the corner there, Chris Lee Sucks. What a weird name for a guy. So we're going to talk about all these things, and hopefully we're not going to get too angry. I am going to, I prepared a little bit of I made a little video that is going to show the mugging of Nick Suzuki, and basically that with Chris Lee, like the incompetence of the ref, Chris Lee in this case, and then we're going to talk about it, and hopefully my fellow video friends here we're not going to get too angry, because I think we're all pretty much in that same mode about not liking what we saw, as I'm sure most people out there are. The same thing, right? How could you see that, and then even if you don't like the Habs, I mean, how can you see that and respect that, and then respect what's happening to the game of hockey that we all love? If we didn't love it, we wouldn't be following like this, and we wouldn't be here. And it's shameful, and more than likely, nothing's going to get done about it, because if something was, we should have heard today already that Chris Lee has been disciplined or has a meeting with the director of officiating or something like that, and that has not happened. So
right,
that's basically where we are on that. So we're going to start with well, say hi, by the way, everybody. Just everyone say hi.
Hey,
hello everybody.
And then we're going to start with we'll go over the stats for the game. I'm going to put the share screen up. Let's just make sure I'm on the right screen over there so that we're not looking at the preview.
right.
And we're going to talk about it.
What do you think there, Delaney?
Well,
let's start at the beginning.
yeah, got to start at the beginning. So it was a 2-1 overtime win for Vegas last night. So if you hadn't watched it, that's what happened. Montreal was ahead. They got their goal in the second period, as you can see over here. Paul Byron got the first goal at 18:55 on an assist by Nick Suzuki. Do you guys remember the goal? I watched it just before the highlight, like a couple hours ago, to prepare for this. So if you remember, Nick Suzuki, a beautiful pass up through the, I think it was from one bottom of the neutral zone up to the top, caught Byron. Just breaking out. So he had the breakaway and that beautiful fake out. I'm sure if you looked at the play, if you remember it, Lehner bought into the fact that he's going far side, and instead he went top corner on the short side. So just a beautiful goal there. What did you guys remember that goal?
Yep.
I just remember the patience.
What's that?
Sorry, go ahead. Start with Steven.
Yeah, start with Steven. Just Steven, you remember the goal? Like, you remember seeing it? What do you think of that?
Yes, sir, I do. Goal? It was horrible. So
the Byron goal was horrible?
No, sorry for the.
We're not there yet. No, we're not there yet. We'll get to that after.
Okay.
We're talking about good stuff right now. No, but what did you think of the Byron goal? You remember the Byron goal, the breakaway?
Oh, he did a great job. Super stoked with what he did. He's clutch, and
he has been.
Absolutely deserves the name that he has been dubbed. 100%.
I dubbed him Polly Walnuts. Is that the name? No.
I totally agree.
Okay, good. Polly Walnuts. Peter, what do you think of that first goal?
I just think it was a brilliant pass from Suzuki. He set him
Beautiful
free,
pass.
and
yeah,
the patience on Byron, that was just stupendous. I mean, he made Robin Lehner look like a novice goaltender on that goal.
Yeah, he frees them out. You could see Lehner's arm go out to the left, And like he bought in that he was going to the left and he went to the right side. It was beautiful. What do you think, Delaney?
Patience, great pass, but it was one of those things. Every once in a while, Paul Byron reminds you why he's such a good player.
Yeah.
He's so underrated at times. And I know he's got a pretty decent contract, but I mean, he's just clutch. Like I've said to you before, you put Byron on the first line, you can put him on the fourth line.
Yeah, he's a Swiss Army man.
Whatever you need of him, he just manages to. Okay, well, I'll do that and go about his day. It was great to see him score, and like Steven said, it was always clutch.
Yeah, Paul Byron can be very clutch. So that was all the scoring in the second. We should say the difference in the start of the game. I should have gone over that first. When they came out to start the game, very different from Game 3. Montreal wasn't on their heels. I thought they were. I thought it was like up until the Byron goal. Even I thought the game was starting to even get a little boring because of the back and forth kind of play. Nobody really. Not a lot of sustained pressure by either side for like half the game. No penalties. We all know they weren't calling anything. So it was a lot of like not a lot of whistles and just kind of nobody outplayed.
Nobody wanted to make a mistake.
How did you feel? Did you think one team outplayed the other team and like up to that point?
Not at all. Not at all. I think the teams were both playing very tentatively and didn't want to cough up a mistake. And for that first goal, they made a mistake. We made them pay.
Yeah,
that's what we get. We got to be patient and play that game. I think just
wait for them to make mistakes so you can. Yeah. Exactly.
It's
transition and attack.
It's literally the soccer. I was thinking that. I found it back and forth, and both teams I thought had some okay attempts. Byron was lucky enough to get one, but I just found like it was two mediocre soccer clubs, and they were playing for their draw. They were just willing to sit back, play defense, take their man, and when the opportunity came about, then make the play to try to get a goal, but not make a mistake. They literally looked like both teams were playing to get into overtime.
Well, yeah, not make a mistake and lose by making a mistake. I kind of agree. What do you think, Steven? Oh, sorry.
I'm going to say, on behalf. I'm sorry.
Let Delaney finish. I jumped the gun.
I thought it was really exciting, but I also understand why somebody watching it would look at it and say, this is boring hockey. Like, I understood it. And the pace was obviously great because nothing got called. So
no, true, and it got better in the third. Definitely got better in the third. What do you think, Steven? What did you think about the play up until that point?
Well, I definitely respect Delaney's opinion, but I'm going to go outside the box here and say this is ridiculously not. I don't even know how to put it into words. I'm very unimpressed with the officiating. I don't leave it at that.
Well, we're going to get to that. Because in that period, we're going to actually talk about because the most egregious, I don't know how to put it, lack of officiating I've ever seen in my life watching hockey happened there. But I want to get to a few other things. Then we're going to get back on that because I have a video to show. And then we're going to talk about that because, that's what everyone's talking about right now. Now, the Braden McNabb goal in the third period had tied it up. And it's kind of that's kind of maddening, I guess, because that's the guy that we're going to talk about when we talk about what I just said is McNabb. And he gets the tying goal. And if I'm correct, this was the one that kind of squirted through Price. He should have had it in between, and it went through in between his arm and his body. So that's not a goal that, you got to blame Price on that goal. So it was a bit of a soft goal.
Lack of focus.
Yeah, well, like, okay, that's a good question. What did you guys think of, like, what do you think was going on there? Because Price has been, you know what, you can't even hold it against him. How many in this whole playoffs? How many times? That's maybe the third bad goal I've seen him give up in the playoffs.
No, you're 100%. I totally agree with you, Rick.
Checks in the mail, by the way, for that. Steve. Appreciate that.
You're. It was for Carey. It was just, I believe, it was a total lack of focus for just a moment. As for goaltenders, the game kind of lulled you to sleep because the play was end to end.
It was that kind of game, yeah.
Yeah, but as a goaltender, it was just like, how do you get into it? Because you get a shot here, you get a shot there. Here, there.
And considering how few times that happened, you can't really come down. If it happened more often, then maybe you could say something. But what do you think, Delaney?
Man, obviously that was a bad goal, but I firmly believe that every goalie deserves one per game. If your goalie lets in one goal,
no.
that's it.
I wouldn't agree with that. Not one per game.
Oh, come on.
One per game. No, literally, one bad goal per game could make
I mean one goal, period.
Oh. No.
You can't expect your goalie to save them all.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah,
I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but yes, it was a bad goal.
That's a fair point.
And I could see that game being hard as a goaltender to stay focused and sharp, because I almost feel better when Price is getting a lot of shots on him.
Yeah, the more he works, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna have to go with Delaney here. When Price actually gets a barrage, I feel like he's gonna be okay. But at the same time, you know, I don't know. Like, we're 50-50 here, you know?
I always look at it this way. For every bad goal a goalie gives up, think about the ones that should have went in that he somehow stopped. Be it Price, Leonard.
I agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that, Delaney.
Although
100%.
he you can see by the shots there, he wasn't overworked last night.
Okay, Price is a goaltender that needs to feel the puck. He needs to either, fill it behind the net, or he needs to be shot at lots. But he's definitely a goaltender that needs to handle the puck.
No, true, but I just think it was just a bad goal. Like, I really think that's all it was.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Rick. It was a bad goal. That's all there is to it. Yep. So,
yeah. Definitely. That's undeniable
Okay, so that gets us.
Shit fucking happens. He's a fucking human being. For Christ's sakes.
The F-bombs, we got to stop them. Okay, so that gets us basically through the third period. And now I'm trying to think.
Edit that out.
I'm trying to think, were there. I don't remember any. I guess after the incident that we're going to talk about soon, I don't really remember. Geez, I don't know any.
We're talking about the penalties, I think, here. The atrocious.
But I don't think anything in the third period. I don't think there was anything there. And then it brings us to overtime and the goal that wins it. It was a minute 18 into overtime. Nicholas Roy, who's been really playing well against Montreal in this series, and he's a Quebec player. So, and from our captain, he's a Quebec player. It's not Roy, it's Roy. Pacioretty and Tuck with the assist there. On that goal, I'm trying to think now. I think it was a bit of a defensive breakdown there.
I agree. Yeah, I definitely
the puck got coughed up basically not in the crease, but right in the slot. And then he found himself alone on one side, no defenders there, nothing like that. So, and Price made, I think, 2 saves, and then he threw his stick at the guy trying to get make the second save, and he had an open net, so there was no way that was going to change. So that brought us to the end of the game. Montreal loses. Vegas ties it up series-wise, two games apiece. They go back to Vegas on Tuesday night. The good news on that is we get a different set of referees, which is going to be really good. We're going to go over the stats before we get to talk about the referees. So the shots on goal were 21 for Vegas, 28 for Montreal. Face-offs wise, Montreal didn't really come back in this game. It was 56% for Vegas, 44% for Montreal. Power plays, surprisingly, in a game as chippy as this was, and all of the things that happened, one power play for each side, which is like, okay, I don't know how that happened. And hits-wise, 24 hits for Vegas, 40 for the Canadians, and those are the stats there. For the goalies, Lehner stopped 27 of 28 for a 964 save percentage, 19 of 21 for Price for 905. And then if you want to look at some of the stats, like say the Habs, look at Josh Anderson, 10 hits, the highest hit total, and Nick Suzuki, 7 hits.
Right. Yeah. I think, like you said, like these guys more than and then some, like, did what they should. So
this was a well played game by Montreal. They weren't outplayed here like in the last game, and I think if not for the subject we're going to tackle in a minute, I want to go to ask you guys this because I didn't put together. Now the official 3 stars of the game were Roy for the game-winning goal, Lehner for only giving up a goal, and Byron for his it was a really nice breakaway goal. They're not my official because I don't usually give the opposition a star. Right. So I'm wondering from you guys who your 3 stars are. I'll give you mine. I have I'm trying to think now. I have it as Byron for the goal, Anderson because I thought Anderson was noticeable all night. He was flying. He was hitting everything. I mean, for lack of scoring a goal, other than that, he did everything that he needed to do. And my third one, which I'm kind of, I was trying to figure, like nobody really else stood out for me, but I think Nick Suzuki with his, first of all, getting mugged, which we're going to talk about in a minute, and 7 hits. You know, I thought 7 hits and that beautiful pass to set up Byron. So those are my 3.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. And I'm interested what Peter thinks for the, his so what he thinks. So
we're going to Peter. Peter, who are your 3 stars?
What do you think, Peter?
Number 1 is definitely Ben Sherratt for him always. So
no.
Ben Sherratt had 5 hits.
Tonight. No, not tonight. Tonight, my first star is Suzuki because the goal doesn't happen without him. My second star is Byron. And
what do you think, Peter?
What do I think about what?
What do you think, Peter, for your 3 stars?
Well, I'm saying them right now. Can you am I not heard? Once again, it's Suzuki, Byron, and then I really looked at Goalie last night. You kind of stood out for me last night.
Who? You broke up there.
Toffoli.
Oh yeah, really? He didn't really for me.
For me, he kind of stood out a little bit. I watched him do some things that he doesn't normally do. He was actually doing some good hits, which is not big on him. There was a couple of open ice hits that he did, and a couple on the boards, and he was skating very well, I thought. So I'm gonna give him a star.
Yeah, my apologies, gentlemen. It's been kind of choppy. So.
Yeah, no, Peter is a bit choppy at times. Delaney, who are your 3?
Oh, before we even did this video, I was really hoping that you were going to ask us this question. I'm with Peter with Suzuki with number 1 because without that pass, that goal don't happen. Byron number 2. And for 3, I'm going completely off the board, but I'm saying Luke Richardson for the way he's got him playing on such short notice. Keeping the boys' temper down and doing what he's got to do in a messed up situation with getting the coaches on board and figuring it out himself. I'm going to give him my 3rd star because they played a heck of a game. And unfortunately, you lose a game that you deserve, but you won a game you didn't deserve.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it balances
I'm
out
looking
that
forward.
way.
I really do believe this is going to be a 2 out of 3 series. And if this doesn't go to 7, I will be surprised.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think going in, I said if they're going to beat Vegas, it'll probably be 7. So.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Rick, but I wholeheartedly agree with Delaney. Absolutely a fantastic pick for
I'm making a good name for
yeah.
an English coach too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, let's get to the all important. Oh boy, I thought we were doing a regular video. Say we're 20 minutes in. My God, I didn't think we were that long. Let's get to this, and let's hope the NHL doesn't mind that I'm showing this. There will be no sound. This is the mugging that Nick Suzuki had to go through, and anyways, it's a short video of a few things. We'll talk over it. If I find
shit.
hang on, I gotta go back. Oh no, it's there. I'm looking for it, and it's right there on my screen. Okay, so this is the little video I made for it, and we'll talk about it. So you see right there, he mugs him. Suzuki's face hit the ice, which was like, that's just horrible. Punch. Look at where the ref is. Watching it is crazy. And then Peter Angelo gets in here and says, "You know what? I think I'll go after Suzuki too." Grabs him by the helmet strap, which I don't know if that's good, and then pulls on it. Like, I mean, and then the he's like, "Look what I did."
Look at this fucking piece of shit. I know that I have no fuck. I hate saying this right now. I'm sorry. All right? I haven't played for a lot. Fuck. It pisses me off. I haven't played for years, all right? But I'm telling you right now, you see that shit. That's not cool. I'm leaving it at that.
Steven, I didn't see anything wrong. If it was something wrong, the refs would have called it. That's their job.
Yeah, for sure, buddy. Yep. No, I'm talking about that fucking call. So, and just seeing it right now, it makes my blood boil.
Okay, just try not to forget about the F-bombs.
Yeah, I know. I'm holy shit.
It's okay. Don't worry. We're all upset about it. Don't worry about it.
Guys, I'm sorry. I really appreciate it.
Don't worry about it. It's a new, by the way, everyone, if you're wondering why I'm saying that. We're cutting back on a little bit of our adult language, and it takes a little getting used to, especially when you see that kind of crap. Yeah. So okay. So Steven's had his say for a second. Now we'll talk. He'll get more in. But Peter, your turn. What did you think?
I speechless at times and then infuriated. How can you stand there and watch as a referee? How can you stand there when you're supposed to be refereeing the game? How can you stand there and watch what that player was doing to another player? There was cross check to the ice, pushing the face into the ice. Then there was the punch to the face. There were so many penalties we called there, but you know what? Okay, you want to put the whistle away? Put the whistle away. Call it down the line, fair and square. That little toe tap that happened at the other end of the ice at the beginning of the game on, who was it? For a little slash or a hook. It just boggles my mind. And Chris Lee is just
Petrangelo, whatever the fuck he calls himself.
Yeah. Chris Lee is something's got to be done. I'm thinking they're just going to let him play out, and then probably let him just finish this round, and then sweep him under the carpet and bring in some fresh faces for the next round if the Canadian team is still in. But
I'm really sorry, you guys. Like, I don't need to be a shit disturber here, but I can't handle this shit. I'm so sorry. I really apologize. So,
no you know, okay, you know what? Let's be straight here. The one part that really does bother me is we have defensemen on there that were tough. No, Gustafson. It was Gustafson that was on the ice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As our defensive parent, Gustafson, and who's his defensive partner?
Merrill.
I can't remember. Merrill.
Merrill.
Yeah, they can't do anything. So there were no heavyweights out there for that. That's the only reason that it was being done. Had Weber, Sherrod, Edmondson, who I know can definitely really throw them, and one of those guys been out there, that wouldn't have happened. I guarantee it wouldn't have happened. Because Weber would have torn that guy's head off, or Edmondson.
Well, not Weber. His hand's screwed. So it would have been Edmondson or Sherrod.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And you're right. Delaney, you didn't get a chance yet. What do you think of that?
I thought that was a penalty, but it's funny because when I seen the chin, and I thought he was trying to go for the little ear hook, like
the strap,
like the hollow.
He grabbed his strap, yeah.
I watch football, and Peter, you watch football too, so you get this. If I face mask you,
yeah,
and you're on offense, you're automatically getting a first down and 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
Yep.
Once in a while, you may get away with it if a ref don't see it. But more than not, it gets called.
You can't say that here that he didn't see that.
Now, this dude got punched in the face.
Yeah.
And didn't retaliate. That's an automatic 2 minutes. But
go back a second. He got mugged at the side of the net after a chance. He got thrown to the ice, thrown on his face. Before he even got punched, that should have been whistled right there too.
But see, that's the thing. He's been so consistent by not calling cross checks. I just assume now that cross checks are a part of the game again, and that it's cool. The punch in the face, though, that should have been a penalty.
So it's okay.
He threw him to the ice.
What?
So it's okay because he hasn't.
No. I'm completely being sarcastic. It's not okay. Cross checking is always a penalty. I don't know why it's not getting called. But he's been consistently just not calling that.
No.
But when I seen him get punched in the face, I'm like, oh, so we're there now. So why shouldn't anybody not punch anybody on the ice in the face? Apparently, you are allowed to do that now.
Yes.
But if I was to punch one of you guys on the street, it's assault.
Yeah.
It's fucking dog shit. It's fucking dog shit. It does not. Oh fuck! Why am I even talking about this right now?
Because
something just came into my mind.
Okay, go ahead.
What if Chris Lee is promoting this tough style of play, right? Putting the whistle away, allowing the cross checks, allowing all this other crap to go on, trying to lull Montreal into a place where, okay, if this is the way the game's going to be reffed, then this is what we're going to do for our next game. And now our next game is actually going to be down in the States with new refs. Now we go down there and take on the kind of play that has been handed to us. If we go do that down there, we're up the creek with a foul.
Yeah.
How on earth?
I don't think.
How on earth?
How on earth? Give our boys credit.
Is this okay?
It's not. It's not okay. Okay,
it's
let me.
Not okay. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just. But
here's the thing. You watch the games, and you will notice that when Montreal player generally does a cross check, it's usually always in retaliation.
Yeah, and
I'm very curious to see how these new refs are going to call that, because I guarantee you there's going to be more than one bloody cross checking penalty in that series when it goes down south.
Okay, now let me get.
You and I all three of you guys, it's the retaliatory penalty that gets called.
Yeah.
Not the initial one that gets called.
Well, yeah.
Always the retaliatory one.
Yeah. Okay, let me get my 2 cents.
That is a good point.
Let me get my 2 cents in. So that was the worst game I've ever seen officiated. I have a couple things to add on top of what you guys are saying, because how do you add? It was roughing, it was this and that. There was I don't know how many infractions.
There was countless calls.
Motivation for me that a lot of people aren't talking about. If you notice, they were on a power play when that happened. So why didn't he whistle the play dead? Think about it. And did he even stop the play at all until the period ended? So he ran out as much of the clock as he could without blowing the whistle. And if you notice in the replay, he puts the whistle to his lips and but he doesn't blow. Then he gets behind the net and does this keep rolling with time, and lets it roll out. At the same time, he wasted a good 10 seconds of power play time. That's one.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot because he doesn't know what the fuck is going on right now.
Okay, well, gotta watch this. Remember cutting out on the F, but okay. So he ran out the clock. We were on a power play. He refused to call a penalty to put us up 5-on-3. So look at the motivation behind this. Now, Chris Lee, since 1999 to 2020, has, I think, reffed at least 25 games. In those games, the opposition, he penalizes the opposition about 1% less than average, like the average for, I guess, other refs. He penalizes Montreal 14% more. That's one thing. Next stat is, of the 4 teams that are left in the playoffs, so for this series, the third round series, Vegas has 20 minutes of power play time, just a little over. I think the Islanders are next. I think it's 17, somewhere around that, 16, 17. Tampa Bay is in at 15 something. Montreal is there with 8 minutes of power play time. So there's a bias. I mean, you can see any stat you want to pull, this guy has a bias against Montreal. So question is, why is he even reffing in any of the games that Montreal are in? Don't tell me NHL doesn't know about these stats. I mean, don't tell me that.
Deep breath, Steven.
What's that? Yeah.
I was just telling Steve to take a big deep breath and just be calm.
So, like, this is what's going on. For everybody out there who is saying that as Habs fans, we're just being babies and we're whining. I mean, just check the stats. Stats show that we're not just whining. And if we were just whining, why is everybody else doing that? People who have no skin in the game, coaches, just other pundits, TV reporters, newspaper reporters, the guys on the freaking Sportsnet and TSN. If Sportsnet guys and TSN guys are saying something wrong, wow, that's big. Because they're not, it's against Montreal. What do they care? There's something wrong there. So it's not just that we're crying alligator tears or whatever you want to freaking call it. There's something wrong here, and Chris Lee needs to be immediately removed. I don't know who said that he should maybe finish out the series. No, Chris Lee should be immediately removed from the NHL's staff of refs and never be allowed to referee a hockey game again, because somebody's going to get killed with this guy on the ice.
He's got to go. He's
got to go.
This is absolutely atrocious.
It's horseshit. It's absolute horseshit that this guy's allowed. And with his history against Montreal, why is he in a game that Montreal? Why isn't he somewhere else reffing the other series? Do something. Get him out of here.
Yeah, I really feel bad about being that quintessential Habs fan, but this is garbage.
Garbage,
I look on fucking YouTube. Everything I've seen is, I don't know.
It's one of those things.
I really don't know. I'm done.
Maddening.
I'm done complaining.
It's maddening.
It's actually gotten that bad that to the point where other fans are even looking at you going, you guys get a raw deal. And when even some of these fans are telling you that you're not getting it your way,
and
I was trying my best to not get on the refs and to try not to focus on it.
It's fucking ridiculous. For fuck's sakes, I'm a Habs fan. I have been for my entire life. And the only thing I can think about right now at fucking, 10 o'clock at night, I actually just want to watch the fucking OC. Really? For fuck's sakes. Fuck this bullshit.
That's
bullshit.
salty. That's
this is
saltiness.
fucking ridiculous. I'm done. I want out. I'm legitimately pissed off. Fuck you guys. You know? I'm done.
He didn't mean us guys. He meant
No, I don't mean
Yeah, no worry. I just wanted to clarify that. Okay.
Fucking the bullshit that I see every day. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. It's okay.
Next video is going to be the PG one, I take it.
Listen, it is what it is.
I'm just.
It's okay. This far in, it's not as bad. That I know it's not as bad. So don't worry about it. No, listen. That's how upset we are about, and it's not just, like I said, it's not just being whiny little bitches, because it's not about that. I get playoff officiating isn't the same as during the season. They put their whistles in their pockets a lot more, but there's doing that and there's doing what this is, and it's not the same thing.
Rick, I'm really sorry, man. I'm really sorry. I am that upset.
No, I know you are. It's obvious. So let's get off of that, because we've had our say. We've sworn about the guy and all that, and that's we don't want to go on too long about it, but it needs to be talked about. There's something wrong with officiating in the NHL. It's not just here in Montreal. It's been in every single series in this playoffs, and quite frankly, it's been in almost every single game that I've read about all season long. Something's wrong with the officiating. It's coming to a head where something has to be done about it, and if nothing is done about it, it's going to affect the game. Now, there is a theory I wanted to mention, and I haven't mentioned it, and I'm going to mention it now. Something that nobody really talks about, and it's my own theory. It's not something I've read. Is this? Think about the team that seems to be being pushed through the playoffs into the finals. If we just look at the incident with Nick Suzuki, the guy that did that to Nick Suzuki is a guy, Braden McNabb, who is not the cleanest player. And in a series, I think they played 17 games, Vegas, in the playoffs. This guy happens to have an amazing penalty minutes total. Like, it's amazing, because the penalty minutes total is 0. He has 0 penalty minutes in 17 playoff games. So if anybody out there wants to say, there's no bias in favor of Vegas, you got to look at stats like that, and it makes you question. The thing that I really wanted to mention is that look at the city, like I said, that is being pushed. It's Las Vegas. What goes on in Las Vegas? Gambling. What is the NHL into? And making a big push at is gambling. So I'm wondering, is that the reason why Vegas is being pushed into the finals?
Yeah,
I
hear you about it.
It's a conspiracy. That's a good conspiracy. I just think it's the Vegas market in general, and if there is any bias being pulled, it's definitely to get the New York market and Vegas and have something on the West Coast. So there's that East Coast West Coast rival. That would be my conspiracy part, that they want those two teams.
It's not a conspiracy theory, what I'm saying, because it's my own theory. It is a conspiracy, but I mean, it makes sense. You got to look at that and say that kind of makes sense. Plus, with this ref stuff and the chippiness of these playoffs, really, you got to think also they're trying to bring in the American market. What do the American market like? They like that. They like to see somebody get hurt out on the ice. Mm-hmm. Something that they like. They like to see that kind of violence to the game, whether they admit it or not. I'm sorry, it's the American way. And I think that has something to do with it as well. So listen, let's get off of that, because we can go on forever and there's no answer to that, and it's just going to make us more mad. I want to talk now about let's do a preview for the upcoming game and see what you guys think. So we're going to bring this up again, and going to go to a different page on there. Hang on a sec. Okay, so this is we'll do a quick preview. So stats for going into the game. Power play, Montreal's power play is at 18.4%, and it hasn't changed much because quite frankly, they haven't had a lot of power plays for that number to change over any other side, as much as the referees are trying to give Vegas extra power plays. I mean, come at me on that, but I think it's quite obvious. They have a 10.3% power play. So going into this series, I think it was at 14.5%. That's nosedive because of the next stat, which is penalty kill. Montreal's penalty kill is at an amazing and astronomical 92.9%. It's crazy. And it's almost a full 20% over Vegas's penalty kill, which is at 73.5%. And I think this penalty kill is the key, is what's keeping Montreal in this playoffs because of the way the refs are calling penalties. What do you guys think about the special teams?
I think it's good, big guy. Yeah.
No,
I think you're doing a great job, man. Yeah.
I think they're doing a great job, but it kind of goes with that ref theory a little when you look at the amount of penalty kills that we've had. It's great that we're good at it, but should the number be that high, though?
No, it shouldn't. That's it. It shouldn't be that high, but it's amazing that they're freaking holding up with that. It's crazy. The numbers are crazy.
Yeah. No, keep doing what you're doing there, Rick. I think you're owning it. So,
thank you. Appreciate that. So face-off percentage. So we knew going in that they were like 5-6 points ahead of us. So 49.9% for Montreal, which is their average. I mean, that's right where they've been all season. So, and 53.3% for them. We are scoring at a 2.40 pace. 2.4. Hang on a second. That's a blooper. 2.40 goals per game pace. They're at almost 3 goals per game, but that's come down because they were at about 3.5. So we lost Steven. We're giving up 2.27 goals per game, and they are giving up 2.29. So basically, about the same there, giving up. So like it's pretty even actually. And if you look at these stats, I kind of give the edge here. If you look at these numbers to Montreal, what do you think about that, Delaney? Right? If you look at these numbers, it's kind of like it's
they're close outside of you take it the power play and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's close, right? I mean going in, how Vegas is gonna sweep us or whatever. We're no match for them. I don't know. These numbers say that maybe we are a bit of a match for them.
No, I would definitely agree. And it's the special teams is a big part of it, but everything else has been pretty much even.
Yeah, no, special teams and the goaltending. Carey Price and special teams. I think I said it in the video. I think that's what's kind of been getting Montreal through the playoffs, right?
Now, I heard a fun fact today on Knuckles Nyland on TSN. Apparently, don't be surprised if Fleury is back in for the next game. They were just literally apparently giving Fleury a break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that today. Yeah, I expect Fleury will be in. And they did it already once in the playoffs. They put Lehner in to give Fleury a break. So yeah, it's no more than that. Which Fleury's, you can't argue with his numbers or anything, and the job he's been doing. So no, I'm not surprised at that. So let's look at the goalies. So Price is 10-5-0, 209 goals against, and a 931 save percentage with a shutout. And then we'll just bring up Fleury necessary because look at Lehner's numbers. I mean, he doesn't have good numbers in the 2 games. First game was horrible for him. So Fleury is 9-6-0, 197 goals against, a 921 save percentage, and a shutout. Again, virtually the same. I mean, that's not that different. So real goaltenders duel here, and I think we're going to continue to see that. Let's go with because it's going long. What do you think the outcome for? How do you think the next game is going to go?
I think we're going to get the next one. I really think that we are going to double down, and if anything, as a person who played sports, And as a golfer, nothing gets you wanting to play than losing one and knowing that it wasn't maybe the best officiated game that I've ever seen.
Yep.
So I really think that fourth first line is going to be spectacular. That's what I'm probably. I know everybody likes Cole and Suzuki, but that fourth line has been so much fun to watch this year. And if there was a fourth line award in hockey, you would definitely have to go to the Boss because, I mean, it's just been outstanding.
Oh, I agree. Yes, they've been in the playoffs. They've been awesome. What are you expecting from the refs that are going to ref the game there?
Well, I think you're going to see more things called. I also think, because, I mean, they're listening and they're hearing what's going on and the complaints about Levy.
No,
so
and
I'm expecting a lot of more calls.
They called penalties then. They did.
Unfortunately, it's been, like Peter said earlier, the retaliation penalty is what Montreal could be their Achilles heel tomorrow night. And if they can stay disciplined, if Luke Richardson can keep them centered, and then people like Weber keep them composed on the ice, the Gallaghers. Because that's another thing, too. I've been very impressed with Gallagher's calmness.
Yeah, he's taking a beating out there. He's taking a beating, too.
He's getting – but I think that's the Weber effect. Him and Weber just got this leadership rolled down pat.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm excited. I honestly, with this series, I don't know what to expect, but I do expect more penalty minutes.
Oh, yeah, I expect – because they did. I mean, there were they got 2 penalties in one game there. So, I mean, there's more. I don't expect it to be 100% better, but, I mean, I expect it to be a little better. Like, I would think that the guys that are going to ref in Vegas would have called that on McNabb if it was in Vegas. I don't think they would have let that go as blatantly as what Chris Lee is doing. I don't think so. That should be a little better. And you know what? If it's not, and if we get the same kind of stuff, then it's obvious that the league is kind of dictating that Vegas is going to win, and we're going to do everything that we can do to make that happen.
With the Black Sox, was it the 1909 or was it 1919 World Series?
1909.
Yeah. The White Sox threw my brother's favorite team through the World Series to my favorite team.
Yeah, but it was the players that did that.
But it was the players. Now, I think that if there is like a conspiracy with the betting and stuff, it is easier to pay off the reffing than it is to pay off a team.
Yeah.
So maybe they learned from that.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I think I tend to agree with you. I think we're going to win tomorrow. I think. And it's but game 5. I've said this for like a lot of years that I understand that game 3 is an important game, and it is. I always found that if a series is going to 5, game 5 winner usually wins the series. So this is a big game.
I was just about to mention the same thing, but
yeah, I think this is a very big game. So, but I'm expecting that Montreal will at least not get beaten easily. If they do, like, it'll be a same kind of tight, close game all the way to the end. That I don't think it's gonna be like game 1 where it was a 4-1 win, and it wasn't close all the way. I don't expect that. I think this is really gonna be, and I hope Montreal can just stand up for themselves a little better. That's what I hope.
And hopefully it doesn't cost them when they do.
Well, at some point, it may be better to pay the cost, but someone stand up and just to stand up to say, listen, we're not going to get pushed around anymore. That's it. We're just not. And maybe that'll work, a little bit. I don't know. When the refs are seemingly, for all the people who don't believe it, against one team like that, there's not much choice. Like, what do, right? If they stand up for themselves, they get penalized. If they retaliate, they get penalized.
Luckily, if they do retaliate, the 92.9% might come in handy. So,
Well, it will. Yeah, they got to keep that going. It's frustrating, and Habs have been going through this since probably the 30s, back when, or 40s anyway, when Richard came into the league. I mean, they were going through this shit, having to fight, being forced into it. So, yeah, they got to do that. They got to dig deep and learn from the old teams, and just pick themselves up, and
Yep.
go back stronger. That's the only way to defeat that shit, is to wipe yourself off, dust yourself off, and show them by being better and scoring a goal.
I think getting away from the Chris Lee distraction for a game right now and what they went through with the last two, the boys are motivated, and it's going to be a very fun game to watch, I hope, tomorrow.
Yep. All right. So, are you akin to? No, you make predictions. So it's time for the guess the score prediction. If people are actually still with us, because this is the video to guess for the guess the score contest, and I might not have said it enough at the beginning, but I hope people will realize, since we're doing a preview for Game 5, that that's what you can do. So I don't know if you're prepared. I'm not. Haven't even thought. I forgot to prepare my guess. So you know how it works. You want me to go first so you can think something up, or are you ready to go first?
I can go if you need some time.
No, go ahead.
I'm going 2-1 for Montreal because I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals. It just seems to be the key.
Yep.
But I'm going to go with Tyler Toffoli.
Good pick. Okay, I'm going to go with you know what the most common score in hockey is, especially when you get to the playoffs? No, do you know there is? There is actually a score. If you're a gambler and you bet the pro line stuff, there's actually a score that if you go with it, you'll more often than not, you're probably going to hit 3 out of whatever Yeah, that is 3-2. 3-2 is the most common score in hockey, I believe, and especially in the playoffs. And I think second, though, is 2-1.
I think we've had a couple of both.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the 3-2 because my last two picks anyway were 3-2. I'm going to go with 3-2 Montreal, and I'm going to give the first goal to Anderson. I thought he was, if he can play with that kind of energy, he's going to get in there and get, he got 2 already. I don't see why he can't get 1 next game. So I'm going to go with Anderson, and I'm going to go with the 3-2 score, the other most the other most common score in hockey. At least when I'm going back 20 years when I used to do a little bit of the pro line stuff. I don't think it's changed. I don't see why that score would change, but it's 2-1 and 3-2 are the most common scores in playoffs, with I think 3-2 the most common. And it might be you might actually, playoffs might be 2-1, regular season 3-2. That would actually make sense too. But anyway, I'm going to go with 3-2. So I think, I think Montreal is going to overcome. I think they're going to overcome and put themselves in the driver's seat for the last 2 games. Okay, so we lost Steven. We lost Delaney. Don't know what happened.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm going to take the screen off and then we're going to.
I don't know, but I'm still here. We lost Steven and Peter.
Yeah, listen, I'm thankful for that someone stuck it out with me. Otherwise, I'd be here scrambling on my own. So everybody, thanks for watching. Leave a comment in the comment section for your guess for the Guess the Score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, you could win the $10 prize. I say a $10 prize because it could be multiple winners, and I give $10 to every winner. So yeah, directly into your bank account via Interact. Give a thumbs up if you like the video. Apologize for the F-bombs. We're working the F-bombs out. Steven was very emotional. He warned me that he might not be able to hold it in, and he didn't. It's not a worry. But going forward, you'll see less of that. And thumbs up. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, ring the notifications bell, and that'll get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. Big thanks to Delaney for sticking it out the whole way.
Well, thank you for having us on. I'm always interested to get on and engage in hockey with you guys, especially about the Habs.
You guys are regulars now, man. So my pleasure to have you on, and I thank you for that. And Peter and Steven for being here earlier. And like I said, we lost them. I don't know why yet. I guess that's it. I'm going to stop babbling. And just thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. See you next video. What's the game? 7:30 pregame show. And it's 8:30 tomorrow in Vegas, not 9 o'clock. Don't know why. So see you guys there. Have a great whatever time of day this is for you whenever you're watching this. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody. If I can find my mouse.
Guys.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.